So what we're going to do today is something a little bit different than the last couple of videos. For those of you who don't know, again, my name is Ben. On Xbox, my gamer tag is Gideon.
My name is Chris. Most small, medium, and large size humans call me Chris. So.
You're the comedy relief. That's why you're here.
It's hilarious. No, but check it out. Pre-Juxt is my gamer tag.
Is this a family-friendly show?
Yes. Yes, it's a family-friendly show. Okay, so anyways, we're going to talk about The Division. So the last video I did was I guess it was Should I Buy It, but we're going to call this one Should I Play It. So this is about The Division.
Tom Clancy's The Division.
Yeah.
The Division is like a division of... It could be a division of a lot of things. In my home, it's a division of family. When I start playing The Division, my wife goes that way and I go onto the couch, and so it's pretty literal.
Chris and I have a history of playing online games together. Like when we used to live together before either of us were married, we would play Madden together a lot, and I had to purposely lose games as much as I could. Well, I would win like every other one to make sure that Chris would keep playing.
This is not quite accurate. It's pretty accurate, but I did beat him a couple times. When I would beat him, I would gloat so hard that he would vow never to play me again. This is true.
I'm pretty sure it was the opposite way. Except I wouldn't gloat.
No, I'm pretty sure that I definitely beat him a few times.
Yes, you did beat me a few times.
Oh, here's my dog. This is Rue. Rue, say hello.
We're at my house right now, so my dog is probably out hiding, being upset that there's two other dogs here in the house.
Okay.
So if you hear little kids in the background, this is how it is. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Chris and I used to play a lot of games together. Now, I think the first one that we played online was World of Warcraft.
We played Halo.
But that was like at the same house, co-op, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I think Halo. Yeah, Halo, and then World of Warcraft. And again, World of Warcraft, I don't know why I even started playing it. It's totally out of my character. I have no business playing, but I got sucked in. And then I became a nerd.
Yeah, well, then here you are now making nerdy game videos. We used to play in a paintball team together, and then when we all quit playing, one of our buddies, Clint, was like, hey, come play World of Warcraft. And he sucked me in first. I think it was a few years later that you came in. It was at least, I don't know how long it was, but long story short,
way too late.
We all ended up playing online together and had our ups and downs and falling outs and falling back ins and all that.
And our guild name was Juxtaposed. So my gamer tag Pre-Juxt is kind of...
Yeah, and hence the name of the channel. Cool. Like the actual logo on the channel and everything comes from that. So a little bit of history for you. We'll tell you all about, or not, tell you why it was called that in the first place. But anyway, so that's where the name comes from. That's where Chris's gamer tag comes from. So I've gone through a few different MMORPGs. So World of Warcraft, I spent, I guess, over 10 years playing. So like right at the beginning of my marriage, I started playing, which almost ended my marriage really quickly after, but that's a whole nother topic. Been married 11 years now, so luckily didn't play too much. But anyways, played a very long time. Clean and sober about a year now, I think. I just played a little bit last night because I'm thinking about, after watching the Warcraft.
Did you really play?
Yeah, I downloaded. You can play up to level 20 now for free. But I haven't activated my
account. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
My life has been pretty good.
I'm going to run around collecting copper. Sounds awesome.
Says the guy who played longer than I did. You keep playing after I quit.
I don't know why. I don't know why I did it.
See, mine expired one day, and it was kind of lame of me because I was the guild leader and everything, but it expired, and I don't think I was paying month to month, and I went to log in, I couldn't log in. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm done playing. And I hadn't played since until last night when I just tried the...
And all my mats were trapped in the guild bank. I could never get them.
So we played World of Warcraft. I played Destiny, which you've never played.
No.
For those of you who haven't played Destiny, if you like Halo, and you like some of the elements of like a role-playing game, like Borderlands. Have you ever played Borderlands?
I did. I did play a couple sessions
of
Borderlands.
So what's cool about Borderlands is it's all the fun things about a role-playing game with, you level up your characters, there's talent trees. Like if I want to... In Borderlands, there's 3 main talent trees. In World of Warcraft, I think you have 3 main talent trees. And then even in the Division, there's 3 main talent trees in the Division, although it's different. So what I mean by talent trees is class-based games. So in World of Warcraft, you have your tank, your healer, your damage per second guy, your damage guy, DPS. Those are the main 3. And then there's like breakdowns within, but usually it's tank, healer, and then utility / DPS. So going back to the Division, why are we playing the Division? Myself, Chris, and our buddy Clint, we hadn't played a game online, I think, since World of Warcraft. Is that fair to say?
That's fair.
We tried playing a couple other ones. I think we played like 1 or 2 games of Chivalry. Was that the one I bought for you?
Oh, yeah. You chop guys' arms and heads off. It's the best.
So I've been looking for a good game to play with these guys ever since. For whatever reason, the Division actually stopped. Okay, so I'm a binge gamer. Like, I will play, anyone who knows me well, like how my gaming habits, I binge on games. I will play nonstop until I'm done, and then I'll just quit. Like, one day I just won't ever play again.
Yeah.
Like, Fallout 4, I played like crazy, did all side quests, still haven't finished the main mission, but just quit playing one day, haven't come back to it.
You disgust me.
Yes, that's kind of how I roll. All right. All right, so the Division, should I play it? Okay, so bottom line up front, should I play it? I would say yes. That's my immediate, like, you want to know right away, should I play it? Yes, is my answer. Should you play it? What's your bottom line answer? Okay, obviously, you're playing it.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about me. So, I am also a binge player. But how do I describe myself? My game playing styles, I'm busy. Okay, I coach track and field in cross country university, and when I come home, I just want to veg out for a little bit and whatever. And sometimes I feel like video games require so much energy, so much attention. You gotta constantly be playing them that I don't know. I can't stay with a game very long. So Ben introduced this game to me, and I thought I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I rented it first. I redboxed it, and then I got it, played it, instantly loved it. It's a game that you can get into right away. You can play it for a couple hours. That sounds like a lot. You can play it for a minute or two and get off, feel like you've accomplished something. You can not play it for a week and get back on and not feel like you missed a ton of stuff, which it's kind of right down my alley. So I've been playing it nonstop for, I don't know, a couple weeks. In fact, I'm on vacation right now. I brought my Xbox One with me so that I could play it. That's probably not a good thing.
That's a little bit compulsive.
That's
compulsive gaming. Obsessive, sure.
Obsessive.
Yeah, now the one thing I will say about games like this, and Warcraft, Destiny, any of those MMORPGs, and then even the Division, they do release new patches periodically, and if you're unfamiliar with how these types of games work, a patch basically updates content, like adds new things to the game. It might change up like a crafting system or something about the game. And I will admit that like I've come back, like I just logged on to Destiny last night for the first time in like, I don't know, 4 months. I don't know what the max level whatever is or any of this stuff, and there's lots of new zones. So if you don't play for a long period of time, there is a little bit of catching up to do. But like Chris said, if you're only playing like logging out or playing like, let's say you have one night a week. Like I have a good friend lives across the street, well, a couple streets over. His game night is Tuesday nights.
Game night.
Yeah, so that's like when the wife will actually let him play or whatever it is. But this is a game that I think accommodates to that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. This will ruin families if you want it to. It's very versatile. Or you can be totally fine sneaking on for a little mini session. Whatever you want.
Now, and this is what I will say, like, because I'm a binge gamer, you can hit the end of this game, you can hit the cap, or you can hit like the content, like dead end the content, but it takes a while to get to. Okay, so like I know my wife and family were out of town for like a few days, and I did nothing but play when I was at home. Right? I think I might have slept once, but anyways, there's a content like wall that you hit. Now games like World of Warcraft, especially World of Warcraft, where it's been around for, I don't know, 12 years or something, right? 12, 13 years. That's a game you could play really perpetually, like forever. There's really no, I mean, there's an end game, like the final, like, hardest bosses and what like that. The Division, if you play, like, pretty religiously or you know, a few times a week, it's not out of, like, for example, we got you and Clint up to, like, really high, like, level, the gear scores, like, your max, like, armor and guns and all that, pretty quick after you hit the maximum level.
Yeah,
so
I would say. I mean, to be fair, let's let's tone it down a little bit, Ben. Okay, let's bring it back in here a little bit. He helped me for like 3 days get to level 30. This is my puppy. Hi, baby. He helped me you helped me to get to like level 30, which is an important part of the game. It's kind of like a little bit of a grind. Not bad. Not like World of Warcraft.
It's basically where the
100,
storyline. There's a story of it, and then there's the end game grinding. Okay, so the storyline ends you
#grind.
ends you about, let's say, level 28. If you're not doing all the side quests or something, then you have to kind of grind it to 30. But anyways,
Yeah, so you helped me get there, and then you proceeded to completely disappear. You didn't log on forever, and then every once in a while I'd come on and we'd like play with a couple other guys that we'd play with, and I'd get a few pieces of gear, and then you'd vanish again. And the next time you popped on, I was like, I think I had outgeared you.
no, right now, like I hadn't played for a week or two, and yeah, now I think your gear is higher score than mine. So it's not like out of the realm of possibilities that once you hit like this minute. Okay, so again, just to kind of break this down, there's levels like 1 through 30 right now in the game, and then once you hit level 30, your gear becomes your score. So you can have a whole bunch of level 30 guys running around. Some have like the best stuff, and other guys just hit level 30. Once you hit the maximum level, there's a lot of game to play still.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. You grabbed the game when it first came out, right?
It was a few months afterwards.
Okay. I grabbed the game maybe 4 months after that, or 2 months after that.
Yeah, a
right?
month or two after.
Something like that. And then I was able to catch you fairly quickly, which is nice. It's a good thing. It's nice to know that this is a game that you can start way behind some of your buddies that might already have it, or us, right? We should hang out and play sometime. Pre-Jux Gideon, you should look us up. But if you're way behind one of your buddies that's already playing, you can catch up pretty quickly, and that's when you get to that high level. That's when it's really fun. You can really mess some guys up. I wanted to say a different word there.
The frustration I have about the game is once you get to that point and you keep getting all this high level gear drops, all of the stats on the gear is random. So like you can get 30 pieces of the best item in the game, but it doesn't have this like good stat rolls on it. So when I say stat rolls, like if you ever played Dungeons and Dragons and rolled your stats for your character, like your strength or whatever. No, I wouldn't actually mind. It's been like 25 years. But anyways, the point is like there's a random roll of dice, right, in the computer. So it's just little things like that you think you're hitting a home run, and then you're like, never mind, this actually isn't as good as I hoped it was. So I get a little bit frustrated where like there's no more storyline to play for me because I played all the storyline. And we'll bring, this is something I want to make sure that this is a point that we hit in the video, is that when you hit max level, there's two ways. Now, well, they've introduced a third way. There's 3 ways to get gear. One is going through what they call the incursions. Okay, incursions are like it's a 3-man group of players. You go through and you kill all the little bad guys, and you kill the boss at the end. And the boss at the end gives you an item. And the highest level items I think you can get are 214 right now, or 191, or whatever it is.
From what?
From the regular incursion. From the challenging incursion.
Oh yeah, 214. A 214 drop.
Now there's the other way previous to the latest patch, where the Dark Zone was the other way to do it. Dark Zone is player versus player. So like if you don't like playing games where another guy can kill you and take your stuff, don't ever go in the Dark Zone, because
don't do it.
It will happen all the time. It makes it fun and exciting and stressful and all those things. But it can really be frustrating if you don't want to have PvP at all.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't want to end your life, metaphorically speaking, then don't go in the Dark Zone, because it can happen to you.
You know, it's like I was really frustrated with it because there was very little options for me. If I couldn't put on my headset and I couldn't like dedicate an hour to Dark Zone play, you really hit a gear wall. Now, what they introduced in the latest one is the intel missions.
High value targets. You go and pick up some intel for some of these like really low level single soloable type missions. You get these pieces of paper that the mobs drop. You use that paper or currency to then purchase kind of some a higher value mission that has a high value target, and those you probably want to link up with some of your buddies and go do. But those have some nice drops. That's one area of play that I've been enjoying in this new patch.
So bottom line, it used to be that you could get to a certain gear score level at just doing player versus environment. Like I don't want to play against other players. You have to team up if you want to get the good gear in this game.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. It is a social game, which is actually the whole reason that we're playing this game in the first place. And that, like, at the end of the day, the whole should I play it? The reason you would play this game is you want to play with friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have no desire to be a social gamer, go get Fallout or a game like that. But this is an absolute social game. If you are into player versus player stuff where you actually have to fight against other people, it's huge for that. Now, it's pretty limited in that there's just one big place you can go into and you can shoot guys or not. But right now, it's just like you can get into groups of 4, right? 4 is the max level in your... Yeah, so you can be in a group of 4. You can informally team up with other players, but you can still kill them on accident. My summary on this is, if you like social gaming and you are not averse to playing with other players and you have, let's say, a limited amount of time, but you're not a hardcore gamer, it's a good one. If you're a hardcore player versus player person, like you like the PvP, it's pretty good for that. You can continually do the PvP because it's a lot of fun. But if you just like playing, just against the computer and you don't want to play PvP stuff, there is a wall that you'll hit. But you have to be kind of like me or like Chris, where when the wife is away, you will do nothing but play the Division.
This game is versatile, right? So you can play it when you don't think you're a nerd. You can play it when you're a super huge nerd. You can enjoy it for an hour or two. You can enjoy it for 30 minutes or so. You can hit a gear cap or a content cap right now, but there's still a lot in the game. And I'm kind of a numbers guy. I get really obsessive compulsive about gear, like perfecting gear. So I have no problem endlessly trying to do this mission or that mission to get another piece of gear that maybe has a better roll on it, and I love that. So I'm always kind of gold mining for the perfect gear score. I'm that guy that's gonna roll up on you in the dark zone with like the maxed out shiz and then destroy you. But I would never do that to you.
Oh, he's very nice. Okay, anyway, so that wraps up our video for the Division. Tune in next time. We'll have something else, whether it's the Division or I'm going to go back and revisit Destiny. In fact, that's why I started Destiny back up yesterday and World of Warcraft, just to kind of have some things to compare and contrast it to.
This is the moment where when we get off camera, he's going to loop me back into this. I'm at the bottom of the pimp chain right now, and he's going to...
Hey, Chris, you should play Destiny. All right, so thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I congratulate you. We'll see you next time. Sound check, mic check.
1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Let's see if I can talk. Yeah, if we can talk in normal voice without sounding like the French.
Relax.
Chris, what do you think about the video that we are going to make?
This makes me feel uncomfortable.
Wait, it's sitting right here. Why are you yelling at me?